Brownie.
It's a podcast bonus.
Dino's face. Of course, that's funny, isn't it? Because Sam is a dyed-in-the-wool Carlton supporter.
Anyway, if you're unaware, Collingwood is into the top four, while Carlton has been bundled out of the finals. Well, they were actually in the. You know, it's good to point out. Carlton, I read this on Twitter. I think Carlton were in the 8 for every round except now.
Commiserations to you and everybody who follows Carlton.
Thank you.
I am a eternal optimist, as you know. And the way I see it is there needs to be a process of returning.
Absolutely.
And this is an excellent outcome as step one.
It would. I think it's very good.
Vossi said
Bonnie.
that post game.
Yeah.
Did he? See, I've missed my calling.
If they
should be a coach.
You should be. If they played in finals, it would have been nice because you're in the finals.
Of course.
Then you launch next year. But that's fine. They're on the right track.
And they would have played Collingwood 2 weeks in a row. The AFL would have loved that.
And you're right, Sam. People forget, don't they?
They do. I would say this. There's a great quote. Don't let today's disappointment cast a shadow on tomorrow's dream.
Correct.
You know who said that? Army Hammer.
Bright future. They'll be selling real estate before they know those players.
Hammer, wise.
Did you say that because you weren't at the big game? Fox Footy had you on boundary line duties for St Kilda versus Sydney, didn't they?
Woof.
Were you even calling the game or just on the boundary?
No, I was calling the game.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, I called
and you went back. You went and watched.
Well, it had a lot of permutations. How many times has permutations been used in the last week?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Do it again.
Permutations and combinations.
What's been used more, permutations or vulnerability?
Yeah, well, vulnerability, so yesterday. The new buzzword is permutation, Swanee.
John, are you saying it's healthy to be vulnerable in life, but not in football? Is that what you're saying?
Well, not if you play for the Brisbane Lions on Friday night against Melbourne. Not a time to be vulnerable, I wouldn't have thought. Unless you want to be 13 goals down. Anyway, we move on.
We do move on.
Sydney and St Kilda was a big game. A lot happening for them.
It's obviously next week. If you're unaware, there's a bye, a little freshen up. All the teams don't play, and then the first week of the finals. Who's playing? Do we know the draw, John?
Yeah, we do, Sam. Would you like me to go through it? Am I announcing the AFL fixture, am I?
Oh, I'm just curious.
It's Thursday night.
Oh, gosh, he's aggressive today.
Just because your team's no good. My team didn't make the finals. How are they? Why are you so upset? Your team's in the finals, still with a chance.
Brisbane hosts Richmond
on the
next Thursday night, Thursday week.
The Gabbatoir.
At the Gabbatoir. It's not really a Gabbatoir, but...
we're watching that at your house. If Fox Footy call you up and say, oh, big fella, we need you.
No, Lynch...
You say you're sick.
Lynch, you'll have that game. So it's Thursday night. It's a Gabba. That opens the finals. Then Friday night, I'm surprised it's Melbourne-Sydney. I thought it would have been Collingwood-Geelong, which is on the Saturday twilight at the MCG, and they finish Saturday night with... Fremantle hosting the Western Bulldogs over in Perth.
Fox Footy won't call you up for those big games, do they? But if there's a VFL game, like if Box Hill are playing Frankston or something...
Shots fired.
I'll be down there.
He's going to hit you. Today's the day he's going to launch across that desk and choke you.
John, who's the new... Essendon have... not Alistair Clarkson went to North. Essendon sacked Ben Rutten.
They were forced to. I like that element of it.
Why were they forced to?
Because he said... You idiots have got to sack me now.
Yeah.
You embarrassment.
He didn't say it publicly, but behind closed doors he stared them down.
Privately.
Yes.
They talked about possibly James Hird going through the process and returning, and Jobe Watson was asked about it yesterday, and he said, in the words of Tony Soprano, remember when is the lowest form of conversation.
Yes.
Don't go back. I remember when.
I've never heard that, and I like it.
Unfortunately, there's too much of that at Essendon. So they've been stuffed ever since we rolled them in the 01 Grand Final. It's been the best part of 21 years. Best part of 21 years.
You're loose today. When you're upset at your team being insipid, you loosen up a bit.
He's really disappointed.
You're really disappointed, aren't you?
I am.
Well, there's only one thing for it. Why don't you go coach him?
Don't even plant that.
Well, I could have said yesterday in the pre-game who's going to coach yesterday. I could have said, yeah, I will. I'm thinking about taking it up because no one would have been watching Swanee because everyone was watching Carlton Collingwood. But who's going to coach them? The president, David Barham, he used to be a big sports executive. He was the boss of Channel 10 there. I think there's Channel 10 Sport there for a long time. He said that they want an experienced coach. So, Leon Cameron's out there. There's talk about Ken Hinkley. They're going to try and poach him away from Port Adelaide. Ross Lyon.
Ken Hinkley sounds like the sort of a name of a 1960s serial killer.
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
think?
Yeah.
A good bloke, Kenny, too.
Speaking of serial killers, Qantas doesn't even work. Qantas is offering its frequent flyers a $50 travel credit.
That doesn't seem enough,
in
does
an
it?
attempt to revive its brand following an increase in complaints. Well, how could you not complain the way that mob has returned from the pandemic? They haven't returned in great form, I would argue, John. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
It's yesterday, the Qantas CEO Alan Joyce has apologised to customers for the inconvenience caused by the airlines.
Did he show some vulnerability, did he?
Well, he should, by the way.
You pay for them because they're the flash one, and then they're often not on time. You're like, what did I pay for?
I've flown them twice or 3 times, maybe 4 times for the Masked Singer when I had to fly around. They were on time. They didn't lose my baggage.
Well, someone's getting.
well, exactly.
Someone's getting.
Well, no, it can't be that. There were hundreds of people on the flight.
Wouldn't have thought so.
When we used to fly Qantas, they would fly us at half altitude because we had the one pilot every time.
Now
Just to,
that's special treatment.
That's because Pikey was in the cockpit.
Pikey was in the cockpit, because they worked out that it was a lot better for your body
Did you get a
when you travel.
discount? Did you get a discount because you weren't as high?
No.
50% off.
I think it's more expensive because they use more fuel.
Hundreds of women in Finland have been posting videos of themselves dancing to support the Prime Minister, Sanna Marin, who's become embroiled in a scandal because videos emerged of her partying.
Well, so they should be supporting it.
Absolutely. Imagine having a leader who's actually, kind of young enough to still dance and go to parties,
relatable.
as opposed to ours, who are just, Anyway, she's come under fire because videos emerged of her dancing and she went to a party.
Hey,
and she
Albo-
secretly invited a few friends
Albo
too
used
that
to
were
go
on
the
the
big
list.
day out. Albo used to go the big day out.
There you go.
And that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie, Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie, unless it's a weekend.
Over 100.